Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back. And yeah, I'm live tonight. Today has been a very interesting day. So being live streamed, late at night. Yeah. What's up, TJ? What's going on, man? Yeah, I thought I was chit chat for a little bit. However, I did get a request to kind of talk about something that has to do with the Pixel 10a. So I guess bear with it. It'll be a short moment that I touch base with the Pixel 10a. I know it's not a sought after phone. There's not a lot of people that's like too happy with getting a 90% regurgitated Pixel 9a. But there are some people who are interested in it, those that probably have like the 7a and stuff like that. Walter, what's up, man? Welcome in. And yeah, so for the most part, yeah, simulcasting on both of my channels. So glad to have you guys here. Appreciate you guys for jumping on in. And yeah, let's go ahead and look real quick at these supposed deals with the Pixel 10a. I mean, I've pretty much touched base with the Google Store, and like one of the things that I don't know if I pointed it out correctly, but I think the thing that shocks me most about the Google Store is like before, when you used to try to pick up a device from the Google Store, they wanted you to pay full price for the phone when you had a trade-in, and then you would send your trade-in to them. And then after that, what up, SMT? What up? What's going on, man? And then when you send the trade-in, then you would get the credit back. But Google's doing it different now, and that's a good thing. It's a good touch with the 10a, because yeah, you send, you put what you're gonna trade in, and then they automatically take it off your purchase price when you purchase it for pre-order, and then you send the device in, and if there's any discrepancies with how you said that the device was, they either they charge the payment that you have on file. Yeah, so yeah, if you want to trade in, you guys want to trade in, that's pretty cool. The 10a, like I said, the 10a is a regurgitated 9a. So if you have the 9a, there's no reason for you to upgrade to the 10a. Honestly, I'm just speaking my thoughts here. I mean, if you decide to, that's up to you, man. Never really let like other people like sway your decisions. But like if you were asking me, which is what I do here on YouTube, I just give advice. From the 9a, there's no reason to jump to the 10a. It really isn't. The 9a is such a good phone, and battery-wise, it's still pretty good. I mean, I still have mine. Unfortunately, mine's getting repaired because the EUICC went out on my Pixel 9a, which means that I can't install any eSIM profiles on it. And yeah, that sucks, but turns out that was the issue that delayed the 9a last year. So, but it's still under warranty, so I get it repaired, whether they replace the motherboard in the 9a with a new one, or they in fact just give me an entirely new 9a. I don't know what they're gonna do. But it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens. So, but yeah, even though I'm still sticking with my 9a, there's no reason for me to upgrade to the 10a. That's the way that I see it. When basically mostly everything about, the 9a is pretty much in the 10a. The only real difference is obviously the display, Gorilla Glass 7i you get with the 10a, and it's Gorilla Glass 3 on the 9a. But I keep a screen protector on mine, so I'm not too worried about it. So like, if you don't have the 9a, then getting the 10a does make sense. For those that are like, carrier specific, I mean, we have, T-Mobile here, and yeah, you get the Pixel 10a. And it looks like they carry 3 of the colors. So they carry, I believe it's lavender is what it's called. Is it lavender? I don't remember. Anyways, I know everyone's going after berry. Berry is the most sought after one. So yeah, and then they have obsidian. So those are the 3 colorways that they do have. Starting at $20.84 a month for 24 months to own it, or you just buy it outright for $499.99. Yeah, that's what T-Mobile has. Verizon, they have it 2 colors, lavender and obsidian. Yeah, zero down or zero today, and payments of $13.88 a month for 36 months. They say it delivers by March 5th. If you get it from Verizon, and then AT&T just has one, Obsidian. That's the only color that they have, and you can get a combo Looks like get the new Pixel 10a, and then you get free Pixel Buds 2a, which is also what the Google Store is giving too. So if you pre-order the Pixel 10a from the Google Store, then you get either $100 Google Store credit, or you can get the Pixel Buds 2a for free. Makes me wonder, do you like put it do you like put it in, like, does AT&T carry this like in-house, or do they just like drop shipping, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing here. I'm not saying that that's what they do. It's just kind of funny though. They're doing it. They're doing the same thing. Pixel Buds 2a. You get that pretty much. The carrier that I'm using, US Mobile, unfortunately does not have the Pixel 10a just yet, but it'll come. So they're not doing any pre-orders for the Pixel 10a. You can get the Pixel 10 for $499. You can get the 10 Pro XL for $689. I think the regular 10 Pro is out of stock. That's why it's not showing up here anymore. But $300 off the Pixel 10. I mean, like with US Mobile, that already kind of cannibalizes any point of getting the Pixel 10a. Honestly, because you can get the Pixel 10 for $499. Pretty much the same price that the Pixel 10a is going for. So why not? I'm just saying, if you're on US Mobile, you know what I mean? That's the other reason why that I myself am not getting the Pixel 10a, is because I have the Pixel 10. So, good phone? Yes, it's a good phone. In my opinion, it's a good phone. I can't call the Pixel 10a a bad phone at the same breath call the Pixel 9a a good phone. That'd be pretty stupid of me to do that. But, it's just not in the cards for me to drop money on it. That's the thing. For me, I can't drop money on it. But it's still a good phone. I think right now, and this is probably like a desperation thing, but Boost Mobile's got a pretty good deal on it. $99 for the Pixel 10a. Only one colorway, Obsidian. So, downside to it is that if you get this on Boost Mobile and you're on the prepaid, well, yeah, you're kind of SOL, because you would have to wait 365 days if you're on the prepaid side to get it unlocked to any network. If you finance it, I don't know if you guys can see this here, but their financing deal, 36-month financing at $13.89 a month. So you would actually have to pay that off, and then you get it unlocked. If you outright buy it, pay today at $499 for it, and it's a 48-hour turnaround time for the phone to be unlocked, which is weird by me. I don't know if you pre-order it. Honestly, I think that they, based on the IMEI, like when they have like the physical phone that they're gonna send you, they should automatically do the network unlock right then and there. So when it arrives to you and you power it on, it's ready to go. It's ready. It's like as soon as it establishes a connection, that remote signal that tells the phone to accept any SIM card should hit right then and there. But that's just me. Maybe they do it, like that because they want to make sure you get the phone in hand. And they want to make sure that if someone steals the phone, they can't just use it with any carrier. So that's probably the other reason why too. Like after you get the phone and activate it, it's like a 48-hour turnaround time. They want to make sure that, you who ordered it got it and not, somebody else stole it. And then they're able to use it with their SIM card or whatever. So, holy crap. Gene with a super chat. Thank you so much, Gene, for the $7 super chat. Superly appreciate it. And hopefully you are doing well up there in the Northeast. You guys are getting slammed with a lot of cold weather. And honestly, I wish I had like magical powers. I would so totally take away your guys' freezing temperatures and bring it my way, because we're already hitting 80s here in Phoenix, and it totally sucks. It's been warm all of January, all of the late December, January. It's been warm here, and that totally blows. So, yeah, I'm just like, it is what it is on it. But anyways, yeah. So these are like the deals that you can find with Pixel 10a right now. If you guys are like interested in the Pixel 10a, I mean, that's really all that I got for you guys on that aspect of it. But really, yeah, just hanging out tonight for a little bit. I'm great. Yes, we are getting a snowstorm in other parts of the state, a blizzard. The only time I've really been in a blizzard was in 2005 when I lived in Oklahoma City. We got hit by a blizzard. Was it 2005 or 2004? I think it was 2005. We got hit with a blizzard, I know that because back then I smoked cigarettes, so like I was like desperate for a cigarette, so I went out into the blizzard and walked like 5 blocks to 7-Eleven to go buy a pack of cigarettes. And man, was that like that was a mistake. That was a bad move, honestly. That was not the move. But like other than that, like how are you doing, Gene? Sneed, if you're still here, how are you doing? Same with Walter. Same with TJ. How are you guys doing? What's new with you guys? What I tell you guys right now, you know, I did get a comment from someone that was talking about the whole Verizon unlock policy and the whole add-in for the was it 30 day or 35-day waiting period. Like, so after you pay off your device with Verizon, when you request to get it network unlocked, it's like a 30-day waiting period, 35-day waiting period. There was someone that was talking about it, and you know, they were making mention like, yeah, you know, with the whole ordeal that comes behind it, with people using like, you know, somebody else's credit cards and all that other stuff. And I totally get that. You know, I know that there's reasonings behind what carriers do, but it still doesn't absolve the fact that it's going to piss off customers. And I guess the reason why that I don't look at those reasons and say, okay, those are absolutely okay, those are absolutely solid, like everybody pump the brakes and just and welcome this change, is because that carriers have done changes that, you know, pretty much you look at it and you say, wow, someone's going to abuse this. And they still make that change, you know? And so that's where I'm going off of. It's like, I don't buy that they do this specifically because, you know, they care about our identity. Honestly, I really don't. When they've done things that go against the grain on that. So to now all of a sudden absolutely care about, you know, chargebacks on credit cards, chargebacks on gift cards, and all this other stuff, it's like, you know, so I get why they added a little bit more time. I get that. And I don't know, maybe there's a better way that you know, vendors could speed up the process, right? When someone uses like some form of payment method or whatever. I mean, I don't know. My whole case point with that video was just to express to people that regardless of what good excuse they have, that Verizon users are going to be pissed off now with this added on top of it. You're waiting for the new iPhones to come. Here's the thing. The iPhone 17e is coming later on this year. Well, not too far away. We're not too far away from it, right? And I already know that it's going to pound the Pixel 10a right off whatever throne the Pixel 10a is sitting in right now. Reason being is because, you know, people are really upset with that Pixel 10a. They really are. They don't see like it being a justified upgrade. Some people are even in agreement that instead of producing the Pixel 10a, they should have just not come out with the A series device if they weren't going to do anything major, you know, change wise. I'm in a slight agreement with that, but I know that the 17e, when it drops, because it has the new dynamic island rather than the notch, and there's like some things that it's going to have, it's already automatically, you know, it's going to win over the Pixel 10a. Like, Apple has done the same strategy as what the Pixel 10a is and gotten away with it for so many years. Like, this just adds another, you know, another chestnut to the stack of ones I have behind me. When I've always told people, like, Apple will get a pass on doing things, Samsung will get a pass on doing things, but the moment that Google does it, it's like Google's watched with a magnifying glass, and as soon as they pull the same thing, oh, pump the brakes. You know, they get called out, they're in trouble. That is really it. You know, Apple has done the same thing. They have released a device that pretty much is the same as the previous generation one, with maybe like very small minor changes to it. Gets a pass, and no, everyone's fine with it. Some tech creators have called them out on it, but you know, for the most part, that was just for the sake of video views, because you never really hear them talk about it again. And you know, yeah, Google does it with the Pixel 10a and the 9a, and it's like, whoa, it's getting hit left and right. Like, the amount of videos that are discussing about it being so similar to the 9a and how they're disappointed I mean, it's beyond me. Like, you know how, YouTube's algorithm pushes videos that it knows that you're interested in. Obviously, you guys know that I'm a Pixel guy. And so I do watch other people's content regarding Google Pixels to get where they kind of gauge where they are as far as what they think of the phone. And it does help me come up with ideas for video topics to talk about when it comes to Pixels, especially on the side load. By the way, we're at 111 subscribers on the side load channel, so thank you guys so much for that. You guys are awesome. And yes, I'm dual streaming to both channels. The crazy thing about it is I watch all these reviews, and then it helps me come up with like ideas of what I want to like discuss or talk about. And a lot of the case points with the Pixel 10a is that it's so similar to the 9a. And yeah, I agree. I understand. You can pull it up. You can compare specs and everything like that, and you'll see that they're very, very close to one another. But man, A series isn't supposed to be a big upgrade. To be honest, it's not. They're not looking at it as an upgrade from like the 10. They are looking at it as an upgrade from the 9a. So if you look at the 9a and you compare it to the 8a, there is slight difference, including the fact that they changed the design and everything like that is another thing. You look from the 8a to the 7a and then the 7a to the 6a, right? Like there is small changes, but with the 10a and the 9a, they are so close. There's a very minimal change, very minimal, and that's what they're being called out for. I like my Android phone, my TCL 50 XL, next paper 5G. I own it on Total Wireless, so if I ever leave Total Wireless, will I still own my device even if they don't let me unlock it right away? Of course. What do you mean? Yeah, you own it. They just lock these devices, but it depends, because when did you buy it? Because if it was purchased before January 20th or 27th, one of those two dates. But if you bought it before January, let's just say January 20th to be safe. If you bought it before January 20th, it is still bound to the old unlock policy, 60 days and it's unlocked. If you got it after January 20th or January 27th, it's bound by the new policy, which is 365 days on Total by Verizon. Then you're on the old unlock policy. It wouldn't surprise me if it's network unlocked now. You could go in settings and check on your phone. Just like go into the settings app, and then in the search, just type in the word unlock. It'll bring you up a list of every setting that has to do with unlock, and just look for the one that says network or SIM or device, whatever TCL uses, and look at the state next to it. If it says unlocked, it's unlocked. You can put any other carrier SIM in there. If it says locked, you can actually request it to get unlocked right now, because you got it in November of 2025. It's bound by the old policy. Only phones that are purchased after the policy change are bound by the new policy, which is postpaid, pay off the device, set a request, wait 30 days to have that request honored. And then for prepaids, it's all 365 days, 1 year. Well, Pixel 10a is not underwhelming. If you're a 9a user, it is. If you own an older Pixel phone and you want budget, like, then yeah, it'll be okay. Might as well get a 9a. Well, see, there's only one reason why I would say, there's only one reason why I would say 10a over 9a. Only one reason, and I'm facing that problem right now. 9As have the EUICC problem. The EUICC is failing in 9As, especially when it heats up, which I don't know why 9As would start to heat up now, but obviously, with Android 16 and the later versions of it, as well as the introduction of Android 17, yeah, if your phone gets hot enough, the EUICC and the 9A will fail, which means you won't be able to install any eSIM profile from any carrier on your device because the eSIM chip is dead. And yeah, it falls under warranty, but most warranties for the Pixel 9As are going to end already. They're going to end in March. I think mine's is set to end March 26th. That's why I had to get it in now, because if not, I'll never be able to put eSIM on my Pixel 9a ever again. I'll be stuck using physical SIM. So that would be the only reason I would say 10a over 9a if you don't have either. Is that very reason, because That was the reason that delayed the Pixel 9a to be released in April of 2025 instead of March. And they caught most of them, but it doesn't mean that every single one that was a bad batch one was caught. There's obviously some that slipped out. Mine is one of them. And, if you guys remember, but mine was pre-ordered. I pre-ordered the Pixel 9a and got it. So mine was one of the ones. So, you know, that would be the only reason why I would say 10A over 9A is if you were worried about it. 9A definitely, just, you know, because there's not really much of a difference spec-wise between the 10A and the 9A. And so the 9A obviously being cheaper. But even then, you just get a Pixel 10. Like I showed, the Pixel 10 on US Mobile is $499. Might as well get the 10. If you want to be a part of the, you know, the Club 10, right? Let's get the Pixel 10. Or get the Pixel 9, right? If you're, you know, if you disapprove the Pixel 10's cameras, you know, everyone's making a big deal about 48 megapixel camera sensor and a slightly smaller millimeter size sensor, then just get the Pixel 9. You get the Pixel 9. As a matter of fact, Pixel 9s are like going for like $399, $350, you know, excellent used, 300 with some wear and tear visible. I have phone cases that I want to give out. No anywhere I can give it to. What do you mean, like? What do you mean give out? Like giveaway? And for what phone? I mean, Titus, you're one of my admins on the Boost Mobile page on Facebook. You can list your cases that you want to give away and see if anyone on there wants to grab them. I don't mind. And like, yeah, I won't mark it as spam. I'll let you do that. Or if you want to have fun with the people in the Facebook group, you could do a giveaway, and you can come up with your plan of action for the giveaway, the parameters that people have to follow within the group, and do that if you want to. If they're like phone cases that you've already used, and you know, like they have like wear and tear, because I expect cases to be wear and tear and beaten up, then yeah, you know, you can just always list them up on Facebook Marketplace. You know, there are people that have cases and they put in the description like used case and they sell them. But if you don't want to sell them, if you want to just give them away, you can list them on Facebook Marketplace and list it at $0 and see, you know, who messages you for it. But I can tell you guys right now, it's gonna be a while before I get any new phones to unbox on my main channel and whatnot. I'm actually getting back into custom ROMs, honestly. I think like right now, my favorite phone to take on a daily is my Nothing Phone 1, and it's running the Evolution X. I had Lineage OS on it, and then I put Evolution X, and then I figured out the whole payload dumper, how that works out. So you're basically taking the ROM zip file and you're extracting the boot image and the vendor image, and you're flashing those first, then you're going into recovery and then flashing the ROM. So yeah, like there's like a whole bunch of different custom ROMs, but I don't want to downgrade to Android 15 or Android 13. There's a lot of those custom ROMs for the Nothing Phone 1. So I'm waiting for like more Android 16 versions, especially those that are based off of like QPR3. They have more of those with Material 3 Expressive. Once they have a really good stable one, I'm going to flash it onto the Nothing Phone 1. And of course, Android 17, as long as the guys that develop continue developing for Nothing Phone 1, I'm going to be installing those custom ROMs. But I can tell you, the ROM on this phone is so badass, and it saved the battery. Like, battery life is much better than when it's running stock Nothing OS. So yeah, right now I have it pretty much set up. I'll power it on. I'll show you guys. I did my own little funny thing with it. So it's I don't know if it's gonna show like the Pac-Man animation. It might. That's the bootloader unlock warning that it has. That's always going to be there. I never recommend relocking the bootloader after you flash a custom ROM, because things can go wrong and then you're SOL. Always keep it unlocked. But yeah, nothing. And then yeah, it's going to show the Pac-Man. Or it's going to say Pac-ROM, but it's based off, you know, Pac-Man ROM. Which, if you don't know, the PAC stands for Paranoid Android AOKP. and cyanogen mod. But there it is, and I have the Pac-Man thing there because, and I gotta put in my thing, and then I'll relock it. But if you guys see that right there at the bottom, the little Pac-Man logo, that's the biometric fingerprint sensor area. When you touch it, no, this way. You guys see that? The little Pac-Man animation. Yeah, so it has that. Up there at the battery icon, it's got the little Pac-Man guy up there too. So everything's based on like Pac-Man right now. Pac-Man was one of my favorite games growing up. My dad used to take me and my sister to go wash laundry, and they had the tabletop Pac-Man, and so he would give me quarters to play, and then I would play the hell out of it. So, but yeah, like I'm getting more back into custom ROMing than like, you know, seek and destroy, get a new phone, unbox it or whatever. Like I got phones on my desk I'm not even using, and like it's just sitting there. It's not really doing anything. So it's like, what the fuck am I buying all these phones for? No, nowadays, like, unboxings are like dime a dozen, and people don't really give a shit about unboxings anymore on YouTube. It's just like, once one person gets their unboxing video up, that's it, it's done. The interest in it is just not there. Like, the views that you get is not about people that's interested in unboxing and hear what you got to say. They just want to unbox the phone vicariously through you, and that's pretty much it. And even that's starting to fade. So yeah, I mean, you know, unboxings, technically what I'm going to do is, you know, yeah, I'm still alive. But what I'm going to, you know, what, like, if I get a phone that I'm interested in, like really interested in, and it's not going to be a new phone. Like, I think right now, I'm waiting on Plug to have a mint green Pixel 8 available. When they do, I'm buying it. Because I've always wanted the mint green one, and I don't have any Pixel 8. So having a Pixel 8 will just add to my collection of Pixels, and then I can do some reviews and stuff on it. Plus, too, I can flash custom ROMs. Pixels are so good at, they're easy to flash ROMs on, and so that's the other reason why, like, I'm kind of like migrating over to custom ROMs. But also at the same time too, like, my Nothing Phone 1 is like, man, I really like this thing. This thing is awesome. And yesterday my heart almost sank because this fell out of my pocket. Like, I was getting out of the car and it had slid to the very top of my pocket. So it came out and it was pinned between my shirt and my leg. I didn't really feel it. Then I heard something fall and I was like, oh my God, my heart sank. I was like, shit. I literally thought this phone cracked. And this is not a phone that you can easily get fixed here in the US. So I was like, no. But I looked at it and yeah, everything's fine. The screen is fine. No crack on it. The back of the phone, there's no crack on it. And it's solid. It landed actually on the metal frame and it landed topside. So it was like, oh, saved. So it's got a little scuff at the top where it landed. But yeah, so now I'm just wrapping it in a case again. I'm actually looking for a much more sturdier and better case for this. Like I said, I like using my Pixel 10. My Pixel 10 is my primary device. But for like fun, I am using the Nothing Phone 1 with Evolution X on it. And that is absolutely cool. So I love using this thing. And even the glyphs work. So in the settings, if people are like, well, you know, some people are like, I wouldn't flash away from Nothing OS because I like the glyph interface. Well, you got the glyph interface right there. And yeah, it works. It definitely works. So yeah, why not? Definitely. So as long as they keep pumping out custom ROMs to the Nothing Phone 1, that'd be pretty cool. I think one day I will get the battery replaced in the Nothing Phone 1 to keep life going in it. And I'm probably just going to order the battery myself and replace it myself. I've been watching tutorials on how to replace the battery in the Nothing Phone 1, and it does pretty good. I don't know if a notification is going to come through again, because it just flickered for a second. I was going to try and show you guys that this still works. But, you know, for the most part, basically, I will one day replace the battery in it. Let's see, why are phone OEMs and carriers so hesitant to upgrade Android? Because my device has Android 15 and Android 17 is coming out soon. Because they, and you know, I'll keep telling you this till you understand it, Gene. For them, they can't sell you an Android upgrade, but they can sell you a brand new Android phone with the new Android update in it. So it's money. That's why. They when you buy a smartphone from Motorola, TCL, or any of these guys, they don't guarantee your phone is going to remain supported for so many years. They don't do that. To them, it's just like you buy another phone if you want a new Android version. That's what they do. So don't break your Samsung phone. The battery will still try to burn. Oh, I'm part of the beta program for Android 17. Yeah, I have Android 17 on my Pixel 7. So yeah, I still have Android 17 on it. Also, I'm testing out, and it's still on beta 1. I haven't run into any bug problems so far, you know, but it's like alternate. So like my secondary device is bounced between my Pixel 7 and my Nothing Phone 1. It just depends. I don't know. What's up, everybody? What's up to you, man? Glad to have you here. But yeah, I just have to be super careful. So I'm looking for a much more durable case for the Nothing Phone 1 because I really don't want to break that. I have called multiple different shops here in my city to see if they are familiar with the Nothing Phone 1. And every time I'm asking them questions like, you know, doing a battery swap for me, they're like, we need you to bring the phone in. We need to look at it because we can't tell you, which means that they haven't heard of the phone, so they don't know. And it's absolutely crazy. So I'm just like, oh man. Yeah. But anyways, but Gene, you know, if you do happen to actually figure out if like the certain phones you're interested in, if you want them to run the latest version of Android, and if they have custom ROMs for it, and you are confident in your skills to understand the process of flashing a custom ROM, you can always keep the life in it going. I mean, that's what I'm doing with the Nothing Phone 1. Like, rather than going out and trying to find someone selling a Nothing Phone 2 or 2A or 3A or 3A Pro or the Nothing Phone 3 or the upcoming 4A, because Nothing Tech is not based in the United States just yet. I have the Nothing Phone 1, and I really like using this thing, so I'll just keep it alive by flashing custom ROMs on it. There is a Nothing OS 4 that's ported from the Nothing Phone 2 to the Nothing Phone 1, and I've been researching it, and I may flash that on there just to kind of test it out. But one thing I can tell you guys is that Nothing OS is battery hungry, because the moment that I put stock Android 16 on the Nothing Phone 1, battery time has gotten better. Like with Nothing OS, I was getting maybe like 3 hours and 28 minutes of screen on time. With Evolution X, I'm getting about 4 hours and 40 minutes to 5 hours of screen on time. So it has done a whole lot better with battery. That's still not the best battery out there. Like, compare it to my Pixel 9a. My Pixel 9a is like, my Pixel 9a is my battery beast. The Pixel 5a that I have, which is on Lineage OS 23, which is Android 16, that phone is a battery beast all on its own. I have left that thing on my desk powered on to test it on how long it would last in standby. It lasted 9 days. I'm not bullshitting anybody. It lasted 9 days just sitting on my desk powered on. I didn't have a SIM card in it. I didn't use it for anything. It was at 100% when I laid it on my desk and left it on, and it was connected to Wi-Fi, so it was still getting notifications and stuff like that. 9 days later is when it died. So that's crazy insane battery. It was sipping battery for sure. But you know, yeah, most of those companies like, you know, Motorola and them, like, they know that in order for them to make money, they can force you to their latest version of their smartphone by just not upgrading their old phone. Like, they'll probably give it security patches, so that way it protects against major vulnerabilities, but giving it the next version of Android, they know they don't have to. There's nothing in the rules between them and Google that says that every hardware you build, you have to give it minimal support of 2 years. Like, I think Google should have done that, because, you know, Motorola, TCL, and all these guys, they don't have their own proprietary software. And even if they did use their proprietary software, Android is so big that not really anyone's gonna want to really, you know, mess with that. So yeah, that's the reason why. Like, I know it sucks, Gene, because like there's phones that I look at that I'm like, fuck, you know, this phone would be so badass if it just still had Android supported on it. just for the crazy things that it has. And it's no longer supported. Honestly, I think, with Google and Android, all their Pixels, they should still be able to support some version of it. Like, how like Google created the Go series, or like the Google One series. You guys remember that from back in the day? Google One was supposed to be on like underpowered and low performing Android phones to be able to run the latest version of Android. Like, fuck, man, they should have did that to like all their Pixel devices. Can you imagine an OG like Pixel XL, the very first ones, running Android 16 right now with Material 3 Expressos? But like they did it in a way where it's a lightweight operating system that's like optimized for the type of processor chip, GPU, storage, and everything that the phone had to offer, right? That'd be so damn cool. Because like of course it would definitely hurt the custom ROM community because they wouldn't be building, but then there would still be a need for custom ROMs because certain things you want to do on Android is just not within stock Android, or even with the Pixel UI, it's not within that, so you just can't do it. Like, I'm sorry, anyone can make fun of me and laugh at me, but if my Android phone can do this, not turn off the screen, but see that animation? My phone could do that. That's fucking badass in my opinion. I don't care if people laugh at me, call me a nerd, dork, whatever, whatnot. That's fucking cool. I love that. And I know for a fact that if someone swiped my phone and got caught and they try to say it was theirs, I can prove it's mine. I can fucking prove that's mine, because that's not the stock software that comes on that phone. And they couldn't even tell a cop how to do it. So yeah, and I can just spill the beans on exactly how I did it. Mind you, I got a YouTube video that shows it. So I'm just saying, like, there'd still be a need for custom ROMs. I love my Nothing Phone 1, got it through the beta program. You ended up selling it? Oh, wow. Moto premium devices are starting to give 7 years of support now. Yeah. And you know what? That's a good thing. Honestly, that's a good thing. When I hear these companies talking about, we don't put a charging brick in the box because we're trying to be more eco-friendly. Like, no. You want to be more eco-friendly? Stop making so much tech. I mean, I know that sounds really stupid and it's counterproductive to being a YouTube content creator that's based off of mobile technology. Because then if you don't get, updates every year, you don't have phones to unbox. But do people even really care about unboxings these days? Do people even give a shit about what reviewers have to say nowadays? I mean, I'm not trying to be an asshole here, so just hear me out all the way before you guys make your assumptions of what I'm trying to say. But I'm just gonna say it, okay? I honestly feel like today, like most videos that's posted about smartphones is viewed by people that don't really need to learn about smartphones. What they find fun to do is listening to what the creator says and then going into their comments to just begin a debate. It's like, with the times and the mentality of today's generation, debating has become something that they find fun, and they do it for every little thing. You put up a review about McDonald's and you may talk about the chicken McNuggets as being like one of the best things you've ever eaten, and then someone's gonna fucking go in your comments and try to get you into a debate about, nah, dude, Burger King's Crown Chicken Nuggets are so much better, and then someone's gonna come in for Jack in the Box, someone's gonna come in for the redheaded stepchild Wendy's. Like, it's like everything's all about debate today. This is like kind of the other reason why, like, I'm also kind of like migrating back to what I originally did on this channel, custom ROMs. Because with custom ROMs, you can come on there and try and debate me all you want about, like, well, it doesn't have this, doesn't have that. There's a fucking ROM that has what you're looking for. You just gotta know which one it is. I don't even watch unboxings like that anymore. Neither do I. A lot of people don't. Because every unboxing is pretty much the fucking same. You get a phone, you get a charging cable. Well, nowadays, you only get a charging cable. Like, back when they started getting rid of the charging brick, I think that would have probably been like the one time where like unboxings would become popular again, because they want to see which companies are still giving you the brick and which ones aren't. I think like OnePlus still gives you the charging brick, right? Because I mean, if you want like 65 watt wire charging, yeah, you have to get it. Thank God. If OnePlus is still giving them, thank God they do, because I would hate to have to go to Walmart and try to find, or go to like Amazon's website, or go to Anchor directly themselves and try to find a 65 watt, charging brick. But I tell you guys that, that's just crazy how things are today. Unboxings are good if done with a good review. I mean, yeah, every now and then you want to get interested, but like, back in the day when I first started YouTube, okay, so this is like way back in like 2011. Like I could unbox a phone and would, you know, get a ton of views, right? B-Tech would unbox a phone, and the same people that commented on my videos would be in his comments on his video for his unboxing of the same phone I unboxed. Like they would look at all these different unboxing videos, and I'm not saying that people should go back to that. I'm just saying that the times have changed. No one really cares about it, you know. Like I think one of the things that I'm gonna mention to you guys, and you know, he may get mad at me if he does, but like I really care about him. I you know, I consider him a really good friend for all these years that, you know, I've known him through YouTube, and this is why like I'm so kind of like dedicated and loyal to YouTube regardless. You know, it's not just, you know, not just all of you guys who come and show support to the channel and watch my videos and live streams and whatnot, but it's also the people that I've met through here, other creators that I've met through here. And, you know, so I'm talking about RJ, I'm talking about CV Tech. If you guys know him, heard of him, subscribe to him, if you guys are wondering where he's at, he's not doing too good. And I think for all the years that he's bought phones, unboxed phones, and has poured his heart into YouTube, I think it would be fucking fantastic if a lot of you guys would actually find him on social media and just let him know that, you know, you guys are thinking of him, you guys care about him, you guys miss him, whatever the case may be. He is going through a really fucking rough time. And I saw his post that he posted on Facebook, and man, my fucking heart broke to hear what he's gone through since 2024, when he talked about his last video upload, and he hasn't uploaded a video, he hasn't done anything because he's going through something really bad, something that I couldn't fathom. Like, you know, I'm type 2 diabetic, and this even makes me feel like that my fucking, you know, illness is not as bad. And I worry about, you know, just the way that he described what he was going through, the things that he was saying, and his health and what's going on with that. He didn't go too far deep into his health, but man, just a little bit of narrative he gave on it, that's already bad as is. And I worry about him. And I want him to know that, you know, I care about him as a human being, as a person, as a friend. I care about him, and I worry about him. And I hope that he's doing everything within his power to take care of himself, and that he has people by him to support and take care of him through this, what he's going through. And I think it would help in such a positive way if, for like anyone who is friends with him on social media, or just head to his fucking YouTube channel, pick one of his videos and comment on it, and just let him know that you're thinking of him, you care about him, and that, you know, you just send him some good wishes, send him some good vibes. Fuck, man, he really needs it. He does. And I'm sorry I'm cussing so much than usual, but I'm just like, you know, shit, he was there with everything I was trying to do. When I had my little ambitions, you know, of like, we are techies. I mean, the thing that never took off that I wish it did, but it didn't, but I had a lot of fun doing it. Collaborating with several content creators, right? He was one of them. Paul Tech was another one. What's his name? He don't really talk to me anymore. He hasn't really said anything to me in a while. What the hell's his name again? Latrell's homeboy. Tech Right was part of it. Magic Tech Review was part of it. There was a lot of people involved, you know, that were involved in We Are Techies, and we got together on Hangouts on air, and we just spent, you know, several hours just talking about tech and just bring a group of friends and having fun. And so CV Tech has been a long-time friend, and I'm a big supporter of everything that he does, from his unboxings to when he was doing live streams in his car for like 3-4 hours. Man, just like, you know, when he posted what he posted, that was like a fucking bomb dropped on me. I was like, what the hell, you know? And you know, I'm a human. Yes, I felt it in that moment. I was thinking to myself, why didn't I reach out to him? Why didn't I check on him? Why didn't I, you know, I could have shot him a DM or something, you know? Like, I just feel like that I wasn't a really good friend, you know, because I seen that he's been MIA. Yeah, I thought he was working. I thought that's what it was like, you know, he got some new things going on in his life and he's working and he has no time for everybody. That's what I thought. But shit, you know, fuck, man, it's like, it really blows my fucking mind on it. So yeah, and you know, you don't say that I sent you guys there or whatever, you know, just do it. If he meant something to you guys, if you guys loved his channel, if you guys loved his videos, if you guys loved his live streams, you guys liked him as a person, you guys thought he, you know, had a great sense of humor, a great personality, and you know what, just go and say what's up to him and let him know that, you know, you thought about him, you're wondering how he's doing, you miss him, And I think he could use any bit of positivity. I think right now is the time he could use a lot of it. He can, like, what the fuck did all his hard work with YouTube, like, show him what his, you know, his ambitions, his efforts, his passion, his love, show him what it purchased. Show him that besides the unboxing videos that he's done, that, you know, we all give a shit about him. We all care about him, you know, as a person, not because he's a YouTuber that does unboxing and stuff like that, because he's a person, he's a human, right? Why not? I mean, damn, man, you know, you get older in age, you start to really think about like what you're leaving behind and how close you are. Like I'm going to be 44 this year. This year, August, I turned 44 years old. My wife, you know, she's joining the 40 club. My kids are getting much older. My daughter's going to be 16 this year. This year's her sweet 16. My other daughter, you know, she's going to be 14. My youngest is going to be 11. Man, life is short, so let's not bullshit with the time that we have. And the people that we've met along the way, the people that have mattered, like CV Tech matters to me. He supported and has been positive in any crazy idea that may have had that may not have worked. And you know, the case point is like, you know, people kind of like shitted on him because he vented out his frustrations, how his viewership, his channel, and everything started to dive. And it's like, you know, step both feet in his shoes, be a content creator with his background. Like, his background is no different from mine. His background, I mean, you know, I've always told people like don't ever think in your head like I'm this wealthy rich guy, or like I'm well off with money and stuff like that. Like, don't ever think of that of me, because I'm not, you know, I'm not. And CV understood that because he's kind of in the same boat. I mean, like, yeah, like our financial journeys are different, but it's not like, you know, like we're getting a lot of money from AdSense so that way we can travel to CES, or we can travel to, you know, Spain for their conference tech meeting out there. We can't pay to go to Maui to join for the Snapdragon Summit. Like, it takes money to do that. Like, and we don't have that. We don't do that. And so when he sees what he's built start to die, of course it's going to be disheartening. I mean, like, if anyone has ever built something that mattered to them, you would feel the same way. Other people would take it like you were just being weird or whatever, but no, you're not being weird. You're just watching. It's like, you know, when Gene was talking about that he wanted to shut down his channel, like, I understand that pain. Like, he's not gonna go and tell you guys like he's heartbroken because he's been trying to build a community, he's been trying to build a YouTube channel, and it's just not working for him. And, you know, like, I give advice, but maybe my advice is not gonna work for him. Who knows? You know, but I do see the pain behind it, because you know, 5-6 years ago, my channel was starting to boom, and then I got burnt out and I took some time away and my channel dived. And when I decided to come back and make content again, my channel has never recovered back to what it was. Okay, I know that for a fact. I do live streams right now. Maybe I'll have 10 people at a time watching a live stream. Before I got burnt out, when I was doing live streams at night, I was getting 362 to 400 people in a live stream watching. And that's just because my channel was starting to soar. Like, I had took time away from YouTube at a very bad time, because anyone that's been doing this for years, content creating, knows that when the algorithm gets behind you and starts to push you, that's your point where you got to start launching. You got to start putting everything you got into it. And at that time, that's what I wanted to be, was a YouTuber. Right now, I'm just happy to just talk tech with anybody that will listen to me and just hang out. That's pretty much it. And then, of course, make videos that, you know, will inspire people. Whether they want to, you know, get a Pixel phone, or they love their Samsung, or they love their iPhone. Like, I don't care what brand of phone you love. Love it, and love it with pride. I'm not about those days anymore, you know? Oh, you don't ever have to thank me for the shout out, Jane. You've been on this channel watching, liking, and sending super chats every now and then. Like, you've been doing that for years. You've been doing that for years, and it's you know, if I shout you out, it's my way of thanking you. It's my way of letting you know that you matter. You matter to me, you matter to other people on this platform. And you'll know who the real ones are, because the real ones will be there. They'll be there through it all. So yeah, I don't comment on everybody's stuff, but understand this: if you're a content creator and I see a lot of value in what you do and I like you as a person, I may not comment your videos, but believe me when I say this: if you see a thumbs up on your video, one of those thumbs ups is me. I watch people's content before I go to sleep at night. I'm on YouTube, like scrolling and checking out people's videos and watching it. And I don't do the half-assed watch. I give you guys a whole watch, because that matters, right? YouTube algorithm judges a video based on how long people watch it. This is why I've said before that if you hop in on my video because you want to give me a view, but you're busy, you can't actually watch my video, I would much rather prefer that my subscribers watch my video at a time that they have free than to say, I'm going to support Tito and open up my video and watch it and then click off after 60 seconds. Because what you're telling the algorithm is that my video was not that good. Even if you come back later on and you watch it again, the more people that do half views or quarter views and dip, you're telling the algorithm, this video is not all that great. And it could be a really good video with a really good discussion and topic, but if a lot of people are not actually watching it all the way through on the very first time they open it, the algorithm says that the video sucks and it just buries it. So yeah, if you're a content creator, understand that, like, getting the first view from a subscriber or a non-subscriber, the first view, if it's going up to the entire video and every other viewer after is watching the entire video, you have a greater chance of your video propelling. And so that's why I tell my subscribers, watch it when you have the free time. The view you're still going to give me no matter what. When you watch it at your free time, I'm going to get the view from you. It's going to count. But yeah, doing the little short views to show support doesn't actually support, does more harm. Because then you come back later and you watch the full video. The next time you come back and you watch the full video, that actually doesn't count for me. Yeah, I watch it on my Google Home TV. I sit there, and on my subscription, I just go through every video because what I subscribe to pops up. So I just go on there and I watch it on Google TV. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, this was pretty fun hanging out. I know my wife is, she's making this really cool pasta, like this pasta idea that she has. And so she's been working on it. Dinner should almost be done by now. So I'm going to dip out and go eat dinner. So I thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I know there's a lot of people like being on at night and are more active at night than during the mornings when I go live. Just, it's just that, at night I mostly spend with my kids, but tonight my kids are spending time with their mom because their mom took a 3-day weekend. And so they're hanging out with her in the kitchen and they're all cooking up this really, really cool idea. I'll snap a photo of it and post it on the gram. Actually, I'll post it here on YouTube too. In my community section, I'll post it up on YouTube. You guys can see what I had for dinner tonight. But yeah, you know what? Like, I love you guys very much. I appreciate you guys for coming in and hanging out and the thumbs ups and all that stuff. I remember one of your videos you did a custom ROM. Oh, it was Nexus 5X. But you know what? Oh, cool thing you said that, TJ. There's somebody here that's selling a Nexus 6P for $60. And so I'm probably going to grab that phone because I want to see if there's like an Android 16 ROM for the Nexus 6P. That would be fucking awesome to put that thing on Android 16. So if I'll let you guys know, just pay attention to my community section. You guys can always comment on there or comment to my posts. I post on there like it's a regular social media feed. But if I get the Nexus 6P, I'll post it there to let you guys know I got it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm looking for more phones and more custom ROMs, and I'm going to start doing more custom ROMs on the channel, showing you guys what types of stuff I'm using and why I picked the custom ROM to use, what's its benefits, what's its weaknesses, all that stuff. So yeah, this channel is going back to custom ROMing as well as tech news, right? You guys are going to still get my opinions on Boost Mobile, US Mobile, and all that other stuff. I'm just less phone searches for unboxings and more custom ROM videos coming back. Just be expecting that. But yes, other than that, I mean, I love you guys very much. You guys are awesome. You guys be cool and be safe out there because this world is such a crazy place today. And I'll see you guys back Monday with another video. But until then, as always, aloha. And shout out to the Pixel Sideload channel. All you guys are fucking awesome. You guys made my channel grow to 111 subscribers. Let's keep it going and get to 200. I would absolutely appreciate that. And I love you guys as well.